Hello, happy Vlogmas. It is Q&A day. I put a question box on my Instagram story. So if you ever want to participate in these, make sure to follow me there. In no particular order, let's answer some questions. This was a very much ask me anything type of thing. First up, now that your challenge is over, do you have any fitness goals for the future? Yes. More to come on that this month. I have 3 plans in the works. Well, like 1, then I know what I want to do after that, and then after that. You know what I mean? So stay tuned, lots to come. How much longer do you think you will stay in your apartment? I actually have no idea. So we're supposed to get our offer today. Our lease is up in exactly 60 days from now, and we haven't gotten an email yet. We're not gonna be here forever, but I don't know how much longer. I'll keep you updated, but like I genuinely don't know. How long have you and Keith been together? We go way back, actually. We're like from the same hometown. We don't like celebrate an anniversary or anything, but we did go to the same high school. Are you gonna stay in a calorie deficit after your 90-day series? So I haven't been intentionally in a deficit right now. I'm transitioning into like a new training right now, and I really have to learn like how to eat for it and everything. So I'm not really focused on calories right now, I will say. So I'm not intentionally in a deficit or in a surplus for that matter. Just trying to eat well while I'm figuring out this new routine. The hardest part about your 90-day challenge, hardest part health-wise was trying to have less sweets and kind of like wean off sugar a little bit. And I will say it was a lot of energy filming myself every single day, and I'm happy to not be doing that right now. I love YouTube so much, so thankful for it, like would not trade it for the world, but it is a lot of mental energy, and it was definitely something to get used to. Favorite wellness habit? I honestly would maybe say like lifting weights. I feel like that has changed my life the most in the past few years. Which wellness habit can literally be anything. It can be like a wake up time, it can be a supplement, it can be whatever. And honestly, I just feel like lifting weights and buying Gymshark because I got into Gymshark this year and I am obsessed. I guess it's not a wellness habit, but you know what I mean. Favorite supplements you have used? I take creatine every day, and I do think it makes a difference both in recovery and in muscle growth and performance. I have protein powder. I don't use it every single day, but honestly, I think creatine is very necessary, especially if you do lift weights. How do you navigate holidays with fitness goals, especially after so much success with your 90-day challenge? I do think holidays, it's important to not stress over your fitness goals. I think it's more important to focus on making memories, having fun, spending time with your loved ones, but still keeping up with your habits. You know, maybe it's less of a super strict like goal focused month. It certainly can be if you want, but that's my take on it. For me, I am still meal prepping. I'm still trying to eat well. And I think meal prepping, I've raved about it so many times, but it's something that like keeps me on track. And then on the weekends and stuff, I'm gonna be doing more just because there's so much to do during the holidays. And that's kind of where I will indulge. So it keeps me more on track during the week. And it's not like do whatever you want on the weekend, like eat crazy stuff your face, but it is something that really helps. And for working out, like just staying consistent. Right now I'm trying something new and it's been very hard, but you know, if you lift weights, stick to it. Like just keep showing up. I think showing up and not going overboard is just the best things you can do, and try to get sleep. But also give yourself grace if this isn't your most successful month fitness wise, because it's a very important month for other things. Will you be dropping your own workout guide? I actually have never thought of that. I, for context, just got my certified personal trainer certification, so that's exciting. I really wanted to do it to kind of have more credentials, more merit, so that when I talk about things, like, you know that I actually kind of know what I'm talking about a little bit. And I feel like I've learned so much through trial and error the past few years, but it is nice to have some studying done, right? I'm a big fan of education, as well as trying things for yourself and figuring it out for yourself. That being said, I haven't ever really considered dropping a workout guide. Part of it is because like, I feel kind of weird trying to sell something to you when it's like, I don't even create my own guides for myself, right? So like, why would I sell it to you if I'm not using it? Also, I feel like I put out free stuff on the internet because like the internet's free, and you know, I make money from ads, sponsorships, whatever. It would be, you know, amazing to have another stream of income. Like, I'm not loaded, you know, but I don't know. I've never really considered it before. I love the Alive app. I would recommend it to you. Yeah, I don't know. Who are your comfort creators? Okay, I would say the main people I watch are Lauren Giraldo, Remy Cruz, who's now Remy Parsons, her like vlog channel. I'm not subscribed to her main channel actually. Her vlog channel is called Rem Life. I love watching Will Tennyson and like Jesse James West for fitness content. I love Amelie Desai. She's fitness lifestyle in college, and it's like very like nostalgic for me because I loved my time in college. Strawberry Milk Mob, the Canadian swimsuit brand that I like, they post weekly vlogs actually, and I love them so much. It's 3 sisters and they all all vlog together. JC Hannah, love her. We are mutuals. I've known her for a few years now, actually. And I just binged Nicole Raffy's Stranger Things recaps, and I love her personality. That's a big variety. They're not all like fitness content, but I don't only watch fitness stuff, you know? How to handle a relationship while also focusing / prioritizing on self goals. Okay, when I first saw this question come in, actually, I feel like I genuinely don't know how to answer it because I feel like relationships should be easy. Yes, you have to put effort into them, but I mean, they should be easy. And, you know, I've been in the same one for a long time, so it is different depending on, I don't know, kind of where you're at. If it's a new relationship, it's going to be different versus if it's not new. I don't know. It's like we do a lot of stuff together, but we also do a lot of stuff independently. And I think finding that balance is really good. Like still considering them and, you know, kind of like what you do. People call like the person you're with a partner, and I actually really like that term because it's like, yeah, like he's my partner in life, you know, like we do everything together. So it's like things that I do may affect him. So I do consider like a lot of my actions and like how they would affect him. Not that I can't do what I want to do. I don't know, when you're involved with someone, their feelings, their thoughts, whatever, like should be important, right? I honestly don't think I know how to answer this. I feel like it should be easy, but you should still be putting in effort. You know what I mean? And it's okay if there are some boundaries you need to set, but that's my first thought. You look amazing, thank you. And put in so much hard work. I admire it, no question. Sending love from Ireland. Thank you. How is your relationship with your body since doing the 90-day challenge? It's great, honestly. Like, I am literally getting my period right now, and Thanksgiving was just a few days ago. So like in this current moment, not feeling the best, but it's something that will pass. And you know, I go through this every month. It's not a big deal. But I feel like this challenge, okay, yes, I've changed in how I look, which is amazing. You know, I love that. That was like part of the goal. But also, I really built up my confidence, not only in myself, like my personality, etc., but also my body. Like, I just feel more free, and also I want to challenge myself more. It's like when you put so much into yourself, I feel like it just opens all these doors and you want to do all these different things. And like, I'm on a new journey right now. I'm excited for my next new journey. I want to do more tumbling classes in the new year. Like, there's just so much. And my relationship with my body, I feel like part of it is more like gratitude and belief that I can just do stuff. Like, it's cool to just be able to do stuff, you know? I feel more energetic and I feel more like appreciative. Of course, I'm always gonna have body dysmorphia here and there, whatever. Like I said, I'm not feeling the best in the current moment. I'm also so pale, which probably has something to do with it. You know, I'm gonna self-tan for this weekend. I'm probably gonna feel like a new person. But I do think when you put so much work into yourself and you take care of yourself, it changes your relationship with your body for the better. It's never gonna be perfect, but I would say it's great. And I've earned it. I've worked at making it better. Would you ever consider getting a second dog, or are you a one dog at a time type? Okay, growing up, so I had a lab mix. Growing up from like birth to 4. Then we got a chocolate lab when I was 7. Had him all the way till my senior year of college. He was 14, which was amazing. So growing up, I had one dog at a time. I got Duncan. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm pretty sure I got him when I was 24, and I'm like, wait, I feel like such a baby at 24. Like, that's crazy. I got my own dog. Like I was like, I had to be a full-grown adult to do that decision. That's crazy. My point being, I love him so much. I would love a second dog. Love a second dog. Realistically, it's not happening anytime soon. My dream is like, okay, after we're here, hopefully we'll be able to buy a house in the next few years. And then I'm like, I want a puppy. But I just think about Duncan. I feel like he'd hate it. I don't know. If you have 2 dogs, let me know, going from 1 to 2, how it was. I want one so bad, and I love him so much. My love is never gonna change for him. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. I want one so bad, but realistically, it's not happening at least for a few years. If it does happen, I don't know. What are some of your winter essentials? Okay, lotion. I have a body butter from L'Occitane that I really love. I don't know if this is like fitness related, lifestyle related, whatever, but lotion up your body every chance you get, especially if you don't live in a hot state. Like I was back in Wisconsin like 2 weeks ago, and I was dying. My skin was just dry, flaky, whatever. I was pounding on the lotion. Even now, it's like, you know, it's getting chilly out here, pounding on the lotion. Also, I do drink a lot of hot coffee in the cold weather. Love iced coffee. My Nespresso, I'm actually upgrading coffee machines, but good coffee, especially in the winter, especially during the holiday season, very important. Good leggings, especially when your skin is so dry and some stuff just doesn't sit right. Good leggings, good activewear. And prioritize sweating. I feel like the cold weather, depending on how cold, it can be really great for workouts. It can be also really hard for workouts. Also, sunrise alarm clock to try to defeat the winter blues. I really feel like since moving to Texas, I don't get it as bad, but thinking about, you know, I am a Midwest girl at heart and will be again someday, physically, but sunrise alarm clock, okay? It really makes a difference when it is so dark and so gloomy. Good pajamas, get some good pajamas. I feel like I'm really into romanticizing your life and self-care in the winter months because I feel like that's when you need it most. Good company, good people in your life, especially during these times. The coldness of the weather, but the warmth of the holidays, you know, you need good company. So off the top of my head, those are my winter essentials in all categories, I guess. How do you stay motivated when you've fallen off and starting again? Okay, I actually kind of feel this way almost like right now because Thanksgiving just happened. I'm like not feeling the best. I'm kind of bloated. I'm gonna start getting cramps any minute now. I feel like I keep going back to that darn meal prep, okay? I literally I'm beating a dead horse because I have talked about meal prep so much lately, but something that it just, how I eat affects me so much. My brain, my body, everything, inflammation, everything, okay? And it's just so important. Maybe you're someone who it doesn't affect as much, I don't know, but what I put into my body affects me so much. And meal prepping the right, you know, carbs, fats, proteins that are good for my body and taking away that decision making with eating every day, it keeps me so on track. I just love it so much. Try meal prepping. Also, just show up, okay? Do the thing where it's like, you don't want to work out, okay? Sometimes what I'll do, I'll put my phone away. I'll literally lay there, set an alarm for 5 minutes. When the alarm goes off, I have to get up. Get dressed. Think about it. Getting dressed, easy task, right? But once you get dressed, you're already like a couple steps there. Tell yourself you're gonna go for 5 minutes. Tell yourself you're just gonna walk for 5 minutes. Usually if you can get through it and you start warming up, you're like, okay, like I guess this isn't that bad, I'll do more. You just have to make those few little steps in the right direction, and a lot of times you can really get yourself to do it. But I would say for me, focus on nutrition, but do not feel bad for going out with friends, for going to a holiday event, for doing whatever, especially this time of year. It's such a fun time of year, and I don't want you to look back on it and be like, wow, I wish I enjoyed myself and I wasn't so worried about my body. But also remember, like, if you're taking care of yourself, then you are going to be able to enjoy yourself more when you do go out with friends, when you do those things, etc. So my biggest tips, meal prep and just show up, even if it's a walk. It doesn't matter because it is hard, but also I will say it's okay to miss a day. It's kind of okay to miss 2 days, but don't miss 3. Once you get to 3, it's so much harder to come back. When you fall off, it's way harder to come back versus if you just kind of like miss a day, it's easier to keep up. So know the more that you miss, the harder it's gonna be for future you to get back. So really be disciplined on not falling off for too long. And just always remember that like when you take care of yourself, you're just gonna feel amazing. Like it's just, think of that feeling when you finish a workout, when you've had a solid good week of eating. It just, you just feel great. How much was the personal training course through ISSA? I'm interested in educating myself more. Definitely do it if you're interested and if you can afford it. Education is so great. There are a couple different bundles. I'm on their website now. You can do a master training bundle, an elite trainer bundle, fitness coach bundle. I honestly don't know what's all in these. Or certified personal trainer only, which I believe this one's I have. It says it's $89 a month for 12 months. I don't think you have to do this specific payment plan. That's just how it's advertised. I had a code with them at once. I'll see if it's still active. How has life been doing social media full time? It's literally a dream come true. It's like literally a dream come true. I go to bed just excited for the next day, you know? So thank you. If you've ever watched a video, if you've ever left a comment, if you've ever done anything at all, if you've ever subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Are you moving? I had lots of moving questions. I posted on my story. I said, with no context, should I move? And I just posted a yes and no poll. And it was pretty 50-50, I would say. Yeah, no idea on my moving plans. I'm not going to be here forever in this apartment building or in this city forever. And that was always kind of the plan. All of my family is in Wisconsin. A lot of Keith's family is in Wisconsin. And so we will end up back there at some point, especially if we do want to like settle down, have kids someday, the whole shebang. They say it takes a village. I believe that. I wouldn't want to do it on my own away from family. So regardless of if that is in my future, we will be back there someday. I love Austin. Do not get me wrong. I love Austin so much. I've had so much fun here, especially the second year living here. First year, I feel like it was really hard for me, not Austin specific, but just adjusting to a new place. Like, I feel like it was harder for me than I thought it was. When I was going through it, I didn't think I was having a hard time, but I feel like looking back on it, I feel like I was having a hard time. The second year living here, I've just had a ball. Like, it's been so much fun, and I feel like I found my people. It's just, If I could recommend to anyone moving away from where you grew up, I would say 1000% do it. I didn't grow up in Madison either, but I mean, I lived in Wisconsin my whole life, and then I moved here, and it was the best decision I have made. One of the best decisions I've made. And so we won't be in Texas forever. Personally, being raised in the Midwest, I just don't think I can handle the weather for forever. And obviously when I moved here, I knew that the weather was what it is, and it's been great, but it's not forever for me. But so when are we moving? Where are we moving? Not a clue. Not a clue. Keith and I are very much on the same page with like these variables, which is nice. I mean, obviously it's nice, but we don't have a plan right now. So it's not even me being like, you'll find out. Can't tell you. No, I literally don't know. What's your big 3 in Zodiac? Okay, I actually don't know. I just Googled a calendar to find this out. I'm gonna try my best. I don't know what time I was born, so this might be wrong. I have an idea, but I don't know. Matter of fact, I don't know if my mom knows off the top of her head. I feel like growing up, she always said I was born around dinner time, so I'm just gonna put 5:30 p.m. and see what happens. I know what town I was born in. So my birthday is May 21st, which is the first day of Gemini, so I am a Gemini as like my main sign, or some people will say that's like a Gemini cusp. I don't know. Also, haven't the dates changed? I don't really know much about this stuff, but it says, according to my calculator, I am a sun in Gemini, okay, which is also known as your like main sign. Sweet. My moon is in Aries, which it says dictates our emotional landscape, symbolizing the parts of ourselves we may not reveal publicly. Oh my goodness. Independent, self-sufficient, and enjoy your alone time, although you get along well with others. Interesting. Libra rising. Rising is defined as the version of yourself that you present to the world. Interesting. Libra risings are often viewed as approachable and personable. Oh my gosh, the amount of times I get picked on, like, all the time. I feel like I have a very approachable face because I do be getting approached, let me tell ya. Sociable and intelligent, enjoy fostering conversation with others. I mean, I agree with this. Again, I don't know much about this stuff, but that is what it tells me. Go to comfort movies and songs. Okay, songs, I listen to Sabrina Carpenter all day, every day. So her for sure. Although I've been listening to a lot of Christmas albums. I love Sia's Christmas. I love Sabrina Carpenter's Christmas. I love Justin Bieber's Christmas. I want to listen to Hilary Duff's Christmas album. That's new. I haven't yet. Movies, love White Chicks. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Amazing. She's the Man. Great movie. I actually watched that recently. Those are the first ones that come to mind. Will you be doing another challenge? I loved watching your 90-day journey. Thank you for being here and following along that. Yes, there will be more. Posting about it soon. I will explain everything, and then I have more weekly vlogs. Stuff like that. Do you think you'll stay in Austin? I will be here for a little longer, but I don't know how long. I will not be here forever. Favorite meal preps? I'm trying to find easy supper prep ideas while calorie tracking. I always do the TDEE calculator, and then I take that information and plug it into ChatGPT and like ask it for days of meals, whatever. A lot of times it has me using ground turkey, and so I'll find different recipes with ground turkey. I did like a healthier chili that was pretty good. I also did a like healthy protein ground turkey pasta dish. Oh my gosh, this wasn't from that, but one time I made this chicken egg roll in a bowl recipe. So good. I've been really wanting to bring that back, but I keep forgetting about it. The Emily Mariko salmon bowl, so good and such a good, well-rounded meal. I also have been wanting to bring that back soon. For dinner this week, I'm trying I think it's like a taco bowl situation. I also wanted to try some more soups. And I think you can make soups high protein. What is your favorite hair care product / tip? Your hair is always so shiny and healthy looking. Thank you. I'll like run you through a brief routine for me. I wash my hair about twice a week. When I do wash it though, I do shampoo twice. So I'll really scrub my roots. So I'll do shampoo. I'll use like a brush thing, like a scalp massager, and like really scrub my roots, rinse it out, and then I'll shampoo one more time. I just condition once. After the shower, I always use the It's a 10 leave-in treatment, not only because it helps me brush my hair and like detangles, but I think it's really good to leave on. I don't use heat a ton. I did use some heat today, but always use a heat protectant. I actually recently bought this like Redken root lifter. I didn't use it yet, but I want to try it this weekend for some Christmas parties, and I think that'll be a really fun product to like add volume to my hair. I love a hair oil. It just kind of brings shine and brings your hair back to life. Also tools. I have the like Wavy Talk heated round brush. I also have the Bondi Boost one. The Bondi Boost one is supposed to be a little better for your hair. It uses like a red light. I feel like that's what makes my hair so shiny. I really like that. I'll link those tools if you want to check them out, but I think that really helps because when I actually do my hair, I do think the tool helps make it look pretty shiny. I always air dry it. I don't blow dry it a ton. That's kind of my brief routine. How do you find inspiration for new challenges? Okay, I do think like the more I take care of myself, the more I work on these things, like the more I want to do, the more things I want to test out. Like when I'm feeling so good about myself, I'm like, oh, like what if I try this? You know, like when you're in such a good headspace with your body and, you know, taking care of yourself, whatever, I feel like it, I don't know, it naturally gets me more curious. And then I'm like, oh, I want to learn about something. And then I think too, like, oh, well, how would this affect me? Also inspiration for others. Like people around me are doing other stuff. And I'm like, well, what if I tried what they're doing? And, you know, there's like, fitness does go through trends like everything else. And like, not every trend's worth hopping on. But I feel like the series has made me like want to do more, which the series was about like me working on myself. So it's like, you know, that in turn has made me get inspired and like try to think of new things that I wanted to do. Your two biggest fans want to know what's your take on running. Running is so hard. That is my take on running. Anything you're looking forward to in 2026? You know, I don't know. I haven't started thinking about the new year. You know, I'm having a hard time believing 2025 is almost over, honestly. I don't want it to be over, which I feel like is kind of a hot take, but I don't know. I feel like with a new year can come a lot of pressure to like rebrand yourself, transform, whatever. So I'm like, maybe I'm almost kind of like avoiding that. I don't know. But now is my time to create a plan for 2026 so that I am not worried about it and procrastinating it. Any upcoming travel plans? We are going home for Christmas. Otherwise, next year, we're trying to plan a ski trip, maybe to Canada. We're thinking Vancouver. It's not booked yet. Do you prefer Elevate or Legs Get It? I'm on phase 3 of Legs Get It right now. Should I do Elevate next? I would say if you've already done all the Legs Get It's, try Elevate. I do think I prefer Legs Get It, but I also like Elevate. So I would say try Elevate just to change it up. If you hadn't done all the phases of Legs Get It, I'd say do the next phase, but that's my opinion. Something you learned in 2025. The past 3 months, I've really been building my confidence, and I didn't realize like how working on myself so much was going to help my confidence, because that wasn't necessarily like a main focus. And I don't know, I just feel like when you really work on yourself and take care of yourself, it just opens the doors to so many things. So if I learned anything, it's really the importance of treating yourself well. And I just gotta keep putting myself out there. Like I go in phases where sometimes I'm like really doing that, and then sometimes I like self-isolate every now and then, and like I don't know. That's something I don't want to fall into. And so I want to keep putting myself out there, doing things like making life worth living. How do I develop confidence? This is crazy because this is the next question. I just talked about this. I struggle so bad and don't appear like it to other people maybe. I would say for me, when I'm really like doing the things of the person I want to become day to day, that helps me. So when I'm actually eating well, and like you know when you're eating well and when you're not. At least I think so for the most part. And when I'm actually showing up to work out, when I'm actually pushing it, because I know when I'm being lazy. When I'm being lazy, then I start having self-doubt. I start not believing in myself because I'm like, if I can't even show up for myself, like what am I doing? You know? So I really feel like you have to start doing the things that the person you want to become would do. And when you build these routines, when you become disciplined, when you become consistent, it builds confidence within yourself, because then you learn that you can trust yourself and like you always have your back. And I feel like it really helps in so many areas of your life. That is all the questions. Again, if you ever want to participate in these, make sure to follow me on Instagram. Thank you for asking anything. Thank you for watching anything. Please stay tuned for Vlogmas. I'm trying to post every other day. They're not just going to be vlogs. The first one was a vlog, but I have a lot of other things that I'm excited to work on. So thank you so much for being here. Subscribe. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you in my next one.